I'm Lindsay, and I'm here with Jacob. And Jacob's a really pretty funny guy from what Leslie says. So
That's true. I'm Jacob. I'm going to get married to Leslie Clay coming up just in this September. So
see what I mean? He's funny.
that part wasn't actually a joke.
How's that not a joke? Look at your haircut.
It's not a joke haircut. It's my real hair.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
my real haircut.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's not a joke.
Okay, well, let's get down to business here.
Super.
We are gonna do a little question answer session with you. So we'll start off a little bit easy. Okay. What is Leslie's favorite type of candy?
Her favorite type of candy is actually a corn chip. It's not a candy at all. She doesn't eat terrible amounts of candy. It's mainly just corn chips. So I'm going with corn chips for the candy answer.
All right. Now, what's your favorite type of candy?
What is my favorite kind of candy? I will eat pretty much any candy. Period.
Yeah.
I've been on Big Taffy Street, but that's kind of an unfair answer. But pretty much any type of candy. Period. Especially gummy bears. I once ate 6 pounds of gummy bears in less than a week. Again, that's not actually a joke. That's a true story there.
That's disgusting. All right. Well then, what is Leslie's favorite type of drink?
Leslie's favorite type of drink, you would think it would be water or something sensible. Not. Actually, it's just a margarita. I'm pretty sure she would have that on her cereal if she had a chance. The woman consumes copious amounts of margaritas.
All right. So what is your favorite type of drink?
My favorite type of drink, kind of just a beer guy. I drink a lot of beer.
Any specific type of beer?
I was going to say, if we're going to go for, I'll say Newcastle, but don't falter if she gets it wrong. It's hard to guess.
Okay. Who is her longest roommate?
Her longest roommate? I'm pretty sure that's you. I think that's Lindsay Moritz.
How long did she supposedly live with me?
How long did she live with you? I'm going to say not less than 3 years. 3.
Not less than... Is 3 your answer there?
3. That's what we're going for.
Okay.
How close am I to 3?
You can say 3 as your answer.
No. I'm saying, is that right?
I'm not giving you the answers. Who has been your longest roommate?
I've been my longest roommate, other than my brother that I lived with forever. I think that would be Guy Short. My friend and former boss lived with me for also 3 years, off and on. Not a real roommate. It was only there like a couple weeks out of the month, so.
So does it really count as a roommate?
It was the best kind of roommate because he was never around.
All right. What is Leslie's biggest pet peeve?
You know what we're gonna have to do is totally redo this scenario because she's gone.
What is Leslie's biggest pet peeve?
Her biggest pet peeve.
And we'll accept several different answers.
I was gonna say she's got a ton of them. I mean, I love you, babe. But her biggest pet peeve. Gosh, I honestly have no idea.
Just choose one.
I have like more pet peeves than she does, though. It's the problem.
You have to give an answer.
I have to give an answer, and I hear like, you must comply.
It's true.
Or death will rain upon you. Her all-time biggest pet peeve. I think ordering anything normal off the menu is one of them. She hates having to order off the menu and would just rather build something from scratch with imported ingredients from Guatemala. But people not doing their chores, she hates that. If you've like agreed to some chore schedule and it doesn't get done, yeah, she totally hates that.
Final answer.
That's my final answer.
Then what's your biggest pet peeve? You have to choose like your top one. You can't list off like 8.
I'm pretty sure I can because I'm going to, because she's got just like, she's got a couple. I can't stand it when Leslie sticks fingers in food that's being cooked. Like we're cooking a meal, and she like pokes at it with hands in the. No, and she does. She doesn't do that anymore. But it was a.
It was an issue.
She used to think that was just fine, and I just don't like it.
Okay then. What is her biggest ambition in life?
Her biggest ambition in life, if we're going to be all sentimental and gooey, her biggest vision in life is to have a nice close family where everybody likes one another.
Then what's your biggest ambition?
Actually, it's the same, except for mine's just a little bit bigger. I'm more of like a
bigger family, or
yeah, like just like a bigger family. Like I
Oh.
could probably go for a baseball team, but
That's a lot.
size is well, it's only 9.
That's still a lot.
She's more 3.
Yeah.
I've compromised with 8, so
8's not a compromise.
that's close enough.
No. Okay. What does she love most about you?
Gosh. I told her this big long story and pretended I knew a lot of things, and so I've deceived her into thinking that I'm a smart guy.
And a funny guy?
And a funny guy. And she has foolishly believed both of those, and she likes that about me. But I'm also a very nice person on the inside. So there's 2 things. She thinks I'm smart and caring.
Well, what do you love most about her?
I love that Leslie has a heart for the outsider. And it's kind of a funny thing to describe, but it's totally true. If there's somebody on the down and outs, Leslie will totally surround them, bring them in, and make sure they're included. And it's something that I've always had a hard time with, and I find it amazing that she makes it look so easy.
All right. What is something that she loves to do that is a sacrifice for you to do with her?
Well, they talk about like sacrifice to do, but it's not really a sacrifice because you're spending time together, and that's always fun.
Sure.
But if we're speaking strictly about just activities, almost anything that we do together at some point becomes kind of a little bit of a conflict of like, you would rather be doing this. Like, for instance, she's like, I would like to do something really wholesome, like go for a bike ride or a hike or a run or something like that. I'm leaning more on the nap side of things. And she's like, what if we went out dancing and had fun doing that? And I'll come up with something totally off the wall, like a nap. And then sometimes she's like, what if we went involved and came around these other people at church and just, hung out with them and did something crazy just to be with other people, had people over for dinner. And I'm more on the nap side of things. So almost anything, but especially like physical activity. Like, we've gotten into bike rides, but we're not running together yet. Although she actually had that included in the wedding vows. That was a condition of saying yes on the proposal night. So
It's like in the fine print.
vowed to run together is we're still working out the exact specificity, but
The words.
it's in there.
So what would you say is something that you really love to do that's a sacrifice for her to do with you?
She's pretty easygoing. Pretty much anything I will suggest. Sometimes sitting quietly by ourselves so that I can take a nap is not always her favorite thing. But for the most part, she's game for pretty much anything. I would say maybe watching a movie because poor woman falls asleep pretty much any time
She falls
watching
asleep.
a movie.
All the time. First 10 minutes, done.
Right, and so then I want to talk about it when it's over. But she didn't make it past the opening credits because she fell asleep. Ironically, taking a nap. So
really, you win in the end because you wanted to take a nap.
And she took a nap while I stayed awake and watched something that I want to tell her about, but can't.
That's
now.
unfortunate for you. All right. Last and final question. What do you think she is most excited about your new life together?
Well, now, we call this the act of mating. But there are several other very important differences between human beings and animals that you should know about.
Sweat, baby, sweat.
Probably yard work. Yard work and never having to say goodbye is probably the 2 biggest things. Because who knew that she didn't like mowing a large lawn? But I think she's pretty excited about that.
So that means you're gonna have to mow the lawn.
Yes, and so I'd say for her it's yard work and never having to say goodnight.
What are you most excited about?
I am probably most excited about someone to wake me up in the morning and keep some sort of social calendar, as well as never having to say goodnight. So it's a three-fer. If I had to pick one, it'd probably be breakfast. Not that she would cook it, but just having breakfast with somebody. A good reason to get up in the morning.
Is there anything that you would like to say to her, since it's her bridal shower and she's surrounded by people that she loves, and any sort of message you have for her?
Not too much other than, honey, I love you and I hope you're having a really good time. I hope things are going according to plan, and even if they're not, I hope you're having a good time. I love you.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thank you.
See you later.